Hey guys, what's going on? Your old buddy Tim here, riding and ranting again on a, what is it? It's Sunday. Sunday early afternoon. I'm headed out to a new listing to put out a sign. Big nice house out in Tony area that is going to be on the market in a couple of days. So the topic of this ride and rant is paying off your mortgage ahead of time. Some people call it a biweekly mortgage. Some call it an increased payment plan. Basically, what it is if you have a 30-year mortgage, it is possible to pay that mortgage off in 17 to 20 years, depending on how much extra money you apply to the principal. Now, let me explain how this works. Typically, if you have a 30-year mortgage, you do so because you can afford so much payments every month. You could, of course, do a much lower length mortgage. You can do 15 years. Now, of course, your payments are going to be higher. What a lot of folks do, including myself, is I have a 30-year mortgage that I am going to pay off roughly in about 17 years. And the way that I'm going to do that is to make one extra principal payment a year. Now, you can do this by doing what they call the biweekly mortgage plan, which is a real pain in the butt. I'm going to explain to you an easier way to do it. The math works out like this. On a typical year, you pay one payment a month. That would be 12 payments. Now, if you do it bi-weekly, meaning that every 2 weeks you send a payment into the mortgage company, rather than paying 12 payments a year, you are going to end up paying 13. You're going to pay an extra payment. And what you do is you direct that extra payment toward the principal. It doesn't go to pay off interest or any of the other stuff. It is just directed at principal. Now, if you don't want to have to set up a payment plan like that or do it every 2 weeks, just do what I do. You can just add a little bit every month to your payment and direct that toward principal so that you are paying off, you're making the extra payment a year, but you're not doing it in a lump sum. For example, if your house payment was $1,200 a month, to make an extra payment, that would be $1,200. What you can do is just add $100 every month to the payment, target as principal, and in essence, you are making one extra payment a year, and you are doing the same thing that you would be doing if you were set up on a biweekly mortgage. You could also just write one check. If you wanted to, just write, instead of writing $1,200 checks, you write 13 and you apply it to the principal. Now there's the key, is to make sure that the extra payment is being applied to the principal. The principal is the money you borrowed, not all the interest and fees that they lump on top of it, okay? When you borrow 30 years, if you do a 30-year mortgage, you're going to be paying mostly principal, mostly interest payments rather. The first, 10 years, 12 years, you're going to whittle down the principal a little every month. But what they do is they figure, okay, over the course of 30 years, you are going to amass X number of dollars in interest, so we want you to pay that off first. And then you can start whittling on the principal. What you do is when you add the extra payment, you put in the little box there, you write it on the check, apply to principal. So what you're doing is every month, every year, you are whittling down the amount of money that they are going to charge interest on. Got it? So that's how you are able to pay off a 30-year mortgage in 17, 20, 22 years, depending on how much extra you send in. Now, if you can't afford to send a full payment every month, that's okay. Just send what you can. If you can send, even $25, $50, it is going to help whittle it down. I keep saying whittle because that's basically what it does. You're just kind of scratching off little bits at a time because, paying off a 30-year mortgage is a little bit like eating an elephant. You do it at one bite at a time, and it takes you a long time. So I hope that makes sense. You can do it different ways. You can do a bi-weekly mortgage. You can just add a little extra principal to your payment every month, or you can just send them an extra check. You can also make lump payments to most mortgages, meaning that if you get an extra, let's say you get $5,000 from the IRS, or you sell something, you can send that in, apply it to principal, and it will also help bring that down. Now, some people go to companies that set up the bi-weekly mortgage for them, and they charge them a few $100s. You don't have to do that. Don't pay somebody else to do this. This is so simple. Don't pay someone else. Just do it yourself. Send in a little more extra month. You know, if you want to send in a check every 2 weeks, or you want to set up an auto draft on your bank account, although I'm really wary about giving anyone, you know, access to my bank account, because man, it's just full of cash. So anyway, there you go. I hope that was helpful. Kind of a rambling ride and rant, because it is a Sunday and I'm just kind of riffing off the top of my head here. So hey, if I can do anything for you when it comes to real estate, buying, selling, residential, commercial, even if you've got a business that you would like help selling, I'm your guy. I can do it all. My name is Tim. You can catch me at tim@revolved.com. Check out our brand new website, revolved.com. You can go there and search for any house in the MLS. It's better than Zillow. You can read about the team. You can get your house valuated. You can download guidebooks, all kinds of stuff. Revolved.com. And if you want to call me, 256-679-0704. I'm exhausted. Little hungover without the benefit of the night before, if you know what I'm saying. All right, that's it. I'm almost there. I got to put out this sign. Another happy listing. If I can list your house or do anything, I'm your guy. Give me a call. Bye.